Meus amores, é com muito prazer que eu faço a minha primeira entrevista internacional. I'm here with Kar Stickler. She's an amazing TikTok Instagrammer and she reinvented herself after a divorce. So if you're feeling lonely, pity, if you're feeling sad and in a failure mood because you're single or because you just got divorced, just listen to this amazing story because we are always able to reconnect with our self-love and reinvent ourselves. So Kat, thank you so much for being here with me.
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited to be here.
I'm so nervous. I want to say everything right. Okay. Okay.
So this channel talks about possible love stories. And I think that the first possible love that we have to build is our self-love. Mm-hmm. So I really wanted you to share with the audience, how was your path to reinventing yourself? You just got divorced for it's been a short period, right?
Like a year now. It was so hard. Well, I was scared. It was like a public announcement and everyone knew, and I was scared they would judge me and think it was my fault or that I did something. And then there's this weird stigma with men and women. If the man gets a divorce, it's like he can get another woman and he's better off than the woman. A single mom, and she dates, it's too soon. And she doesn't date because no one wants her. Or she dates and then she breaks up, it never works out with her. It's like this crazy opinion from the outside world that you just have to shut off and really be okay with being just with you. Just with you. And it was hard because sometimes I don't have my baby, my daughter, and I hated it. I felt like as a mother, I was not being the best mother when I wasn't with her. It didn't feel natural because it's your baby. You want to be with them all the time. And that's the hardest part with divorce if you have kids. Not being with your kids. It's so hard. So that taught me when I was alone to really be okay with being with me.
Yeah, because you feel guilty, right?
So guilty. So guilty. And then you feel, you just all of a sudden, you don't think about what you think about yourself. You think about what other people think about yourself. And you think about my reputation and what are they going to think? And then when you just shut that off and you really look inside, that's when you find peace, I think.
Well, I don't know if you guys know, but you should know, Kat is like a big, huge hit on TikTok. So I really wanted you to share. And this was in 2 years, she went for starting TikTok and 9 million followers. How this started, the TikTok thing started.
Okay.
And I want to do a parallel with your love life. So how was your personal life and your professional life?
Right, okay. So COVID happened and I was working and I was staying home with the baby and I was bored and I wanted to make money. So I started doing TikTok. I started learning about the viral videos and what worked, what people liked and what was different about the people that got millions of views, what was different about them. And I tried to do it. And there were some that didn't do good and then some that did do good and I just learned and I kept going and going. And then with the divorce, I was so nervous because I was this perfect family. I had the husband, I had the baby, I had the little house. It was this perfect thing. And then all of a sudden it blew up and it was a divorce and it was this big thing. So I was nervous that they wouldn't want me just like that. And it was the opposite. I doubled in followers. Everyone wanted to know the story because you have another purpose now, to be empowering and to show your pain and show your progress. So I think it really shaped where I am now, actually. So you don't see it in the moment, obviously. It hurts and it's sad, but it was a blessing in disguise, I guess.
The most seen TED in the world is The Power of Vulnerability of Brené Brown.
Brené Brown, yes, I love her.
And I guess that you were talking and reminds me this power. How did you discover the power of the vulnerability in TikTok, being in social media and using this to grow and to reinvent yourself?
It was so scary because when you're vulnerable, even with friends, it can always come back in some way. And when you're vulnerable with 9 million people, they know a side of you and they know how to hurt you, So I just weighed it out and I thought I would do more good by showing the pain. Because everyone thought I was happy after, because I didn't film myself when I was crying, but they thought everything was fine and I just got divorced and was happy to be single and on my own. I'm like, no, I am hurting. It's hard. I was sleeping on an air mattress in an empty apartment, 900 square feet for 3 months with a baby. And I had like nothing. And it was so hard. So when I showed that it did hurt, I saw a lot of women reach out and be like, I know how you feel, or I went through this, or I went through a breakup, or I didn't get divorced, but we have a kid and we split up. And so you can really just connect more, because yeah, vulnerability is the root of all connection, I think. Because the people you're closest with, you're most vulnerable with. It just makes sense. So it was scary, but I think it was also therapeutic for me to be able to verbalize what I was feeling and make it work with me. Like I say, my tears were working for me. They weren't wasted tears. I'm like, I have to film this. So it was good.
And what were you afraid of at this moment? Like, what were your biggest fears of this phase? Like, alone with the air mattress, the kids?
Oh, that I would be a failure. That people would look at me and think, wow, she has a kid, she's a single mom. That's not sexy. Nobody wants that. That's too much baggage. Or have pity on me and look at me like I was like a failure. And I didn't want my daughter to think I was a failure, if that makes sense. Like I wanted her to look at me when she's older and be proud of me. So yeah.
This is so crazy because our value is seen if we have like a happy family or not. Like this failure that we feel when we are not representing or living this happy family is huge. But in this fear of failure, you found your success.
Right.
How did you do this?
Every day, I'd get up, I didn't want to, and I'd work, and I'd try my best, and I did 5 things every day, because I was so sad. You think you're gonna spend the rest of your life with someone, it's sad. Your heart's broken. It's like you get sick, like physically sick. You don't wanna eat, you don't wanna drink, you don't wanna do nothing. So I had these 5 things, and I would eat, so food, fun, run, sun, water.
Amazing.
So that helped me every single day get through it. So it was like, because you don't do that when you're heartbroken or when you're sad. You don't want to eat, you don't want to drink water, you don't want to go outside, you don't want to have any fun. And I made myself do it every single day, and it helped me, and I was able to make videos and be vulnerable, and that helped me heal as well. And it kept me busy. I try to stay busy, always stay busy. Whether it was making videos, whether it was going to the gym, literally anything that made me feel better about myself the next day. And I feel like we all know how to love ourselves. We all know. And intuitively, you know what you like, you know what you need. It's so within us, we just have to be quiet and listen. Because everyone, you know. I feel like I would always look in books or in other people, like, how do I love myself? Like, I knew how. I just didn't want to. I didn't want to be alone with my thoughts. I didn't want to be alone with me. Like, we show our clothes and we show our cars and we show off our houses, but we never show what's in our heads, right? Because it's embarrassing.
I don't want to contact with...
No, yeah. You don't want to hear it because you're like the worst bully to yourself, right?
Yeah.
I'm so mean to myself. I'm like the worst. But yeah, that's how I did it. That's what I did.
And you told us that you were looking like at the beginning of TikTok, you were looking what was working and
right.
the trends.
Right.
But you're a super authentic woman.
Yes.
And Kat works a lot with fun and comedy, and we usually think about like sexy women, like being sexy and Scarlett Johansson thing, and she's so authentic that she's super sexy being fun. So how would you say to people that we can find this beauty not being like in a specific pattern? Because there are a lot of ways that we can love ourselves,
yes, and
discover ourselves.
No, I know what you mean, because I don't even know how this is going to translate, but when I was younger, like I was like a twig, very thin, like no boobs, no butt, nothing. And I'm like, that's not sexy. I'm not sexy. No guy's ever going to want to do it. No, that's not it. Even like girls, when we're dating a guy, he can be the most attractive guy, and then like 5 minutes in the conversation, you're like you just can't. You're just like, I don't know, I can't connect with you. But if they make you laugh, and if you can connect with them like that, all of a sudden, you want to spend more time with them. You want to, because life should be like that. Like life's hard and laughter is healing, I think. So I feel like that, I guess like you said, that's sexy, right? Being funny to me, I made it sexy in my head.
And I guess that the humor helps us not to be so tough with ourselves. Because we take ourselves too serious, right? And
So
when we want to
serious.
do like extreme makeover and now I'm not going to be a failure and I'm going to make it, maybe we push ourselves too hard. So how the humor helped you to go step by step, but in a lighter way, like
Exactly. That was so perfectly said, yeah. So, and I think that's what helped communicate it. Like I'm going through this divorce, but I'm making jokes about it. And I'm trying to add light to it because it's done. Like I can cry all I want and I can be upset, but it's done. It's done, yeah, it's done. So looking at the light of it, the comedy side, helped me so much, and that you should try. I recommend it. Just try to see the light in it, the funniness, just something. Like, you know that saying, like, we'll look back on this and laugh about it?
Yeah.
But like, look at it now and laugh about it now because it's done. Like, don't waste your energy on being upset about it. Well, easier said than done, be upset and heal, but not too long.
And I guess that we are more used to be miserable than to be happy.
Yeah.
So sometimes when we make it, we get so afraid that we lost it. So after you got through this and you said, okay, I made it, I'm a success, I'm a beautiful woman, I'm an entrepreneur. How do you enjoy this and not stay like afraid of losing? Because I guess that this happens in relationships too. Like when everything is good, we say, oh my God, what if it doesn't work?
Yeah.
What if it ends? So we were like struggling to get there and then we don't enjoy. How are you dealing with this in your life?
Okay, that's a good question because I've experienced that. Or like when I'm so happy and I immediately like, don't be this happy because then you're going to be that much more upset and sad when it doesn't happen. So I don't think like that anymore, or I try not to, and I just really, I understand that life has ups and downs, and without the downs, you wouldn't have those highs, and that is comforting to me, to know and appreciate the down, because without it, I wouldn't appreciate the highs. That's how I comfort myself with that, because I know it's the fear that, even like dating again, like, I like was married, you know, like I said I do, and I was going to be with that person for the rest of my life till I died, and then it didn't happen. And so it's hard for me sometimes dating now to really be vulnerable. I can be vulnerable on the internet, but like with a person like that, it's much more difficult for me.
And how are you training this?
I'm just trying, because you know everyone's scared of getting hurt, but I've already been hurt so much, so I feel like I'm stronger because of it. It's just time and trial and error and meeting the right people and meeting the wrong people, and you learn more about yourself every time, and every love is different, so every love is different.
And if you had to say like a last thing for people who are watching us that are not feeling good about themselves or are with a lot of self-judgment, how would you encourage them to reconnect with self-love and to rediscover themselves?
I feel like it's so easy, but it's so hard. Like sometimes the things that are best for us are so simple, but we make them so difficult, like meditating or something. No one wants to do it, like, or I don't know people that do, but I'm sure some people do.
Then we say like, we're gonna do this, and then we do 3 days and it's done.
Yeah, all right, I'm done. So I think really committing to doing the things that make you feel, like make your soul happy. Like it's little things, and it's doing them every single day, and that makes a difference in your whole life. Like I read this book, it's called Atomic Habits, and the author was explaining if you're in an airplane and you're flying and you want to go to California, but you move the airplane 3 degrees to the left, 3 degrees, that's it, just a little bit, then you end up like in Mexico. So it's just trajectory. It's like doing those little things. It doesn't have to be this big thing. It's just little. It's like, I try to simplify it because life is so complicated. So that's how I try.
Thank you so much, so much. It's an honor to interview
Oh, it's
you.
an honor for me to be here. Oh, you're so
Thank you. Gente, que honra a gente poder ouvir essa mulher inspiradora, que a gente faça esses pequenos passos diários e se comprometa com a nossa reinvenção e com o nosso amor, com humor e com leveza. Thank you so much, Ken.